had been immense.
As much in the dressing room as on the pitch. Without taking anything away from Reza, maybe more in the dressing room than what we're getting on the pitch from him. He was well respected. The players looked up to him the same way as they do Terry Butcher, Richard Gough, the experienced players. And it was a loss, but in Nigel, and again with all due respect to Wee Ray, I feel that Nigel gives us a better balance with other players we have on the team. You know, he's more of a working player. Reza was a playmaker who relied on workers around him, and I think Nigel comes in and complements Trevor and Mark, and who else plays in there.
When Motherwell came to Glasgow, Rangers were maintaining their momentum after a victory over Hearts at Tynecastle.
Gough is up. Brown is there. Butcher. Well, just watch this goal. A superb run by Brown, and would you believe he popped up there to fire that in, looked as if it might go in, and then was Butcher to make sure. Butcher. Johnson beautifully inside. Here's McCoy. Tries a chip. Oh, he's done it! What a brilliant goal! And that breaks the Premier Division record. McCoy breaking a second-half deadlock in the most majestic way. Look at that, brilliant play by Johnson. McCoy touches it round there, and then look at that deft touch. His 128th Premier Division goal, breaking Frank Mugabe's record. Good tackling by Richard Gough. Now Spackman. Here's John Brown. John Brown, oh, great goal! Oh, superb finishing. Looked up beautifully and with great timing swept that beyond Maxwell. That was fine finishing again by a defender.
Good play by Gallagher. He's away from Butcher. Takes him on the second time. Careful clearance by Spackman, but straight to John Clark. Patalainen! Superbly finished for Dundee United. Here's Gary Stevens lining up a long throw. Butcher's in the box. Butcher gets a touch. Away over Van der Hoorn. Here's Stuart Monroe. Chances on for Johnston. Disaster for Alan Main, and Johnston at his deadly best. Well, head flick on there from Butcher. It was cleared by Van der Hoorn. Here was Stuart Monroe forced onto his right foot, a weaker one. The shot not too powerful. Main couldn't hold it, and that's foot and drink to Maurice Johnston.
With Aberdeen and Hearts having slipped, Rangers were back on top, a position they were determined to maintain. Indeed, a slender victory over St Mirren and a goalless draw with Hibs added 3 points to the tally before a somewhat perilous trip to Celtic Park.
Not really much has happened in midfield. It's been more negative than anything else. Paul McStay hasn't got going. Here's Spackman, that's a better ball. Johnston. Here's McCoy. Spackman, he scored! That's a beautiful goal by Rangers. Spackman, Rangers' newest signing in his debut in an Old Firm game, scores the first goal of the match. A beautiful move here. A superb touch inside from Johnson to McCoy. And that emphatic finish there by Spackman. All the big men are up. Oh, brilliantly saved. Superbly saved there by Woods. Great header there by Elliott. Celtic's best effort so far. Brilliantly saved. And that is another corner kick. Rangers defenders not at all happy about that, and by the law of averages, something must happen for Celtic now. They've had a free kick and 3 corner kicks all in quick succession. And whipped away by Monroe. Strong shot for a penalty, and Monroe might have done something better than that. And Rangers are being picked up in midfield much more often now. Paul McStay. There's Monroe, there's a great chance, and Woods is down in that. That was a brave save.
We go into games with Celtic now expecting to really win the game. They haven't got as many good players as we have, and I think it's told again this year, last year as well, and follow up on this year. I hope it's the same next year.
These games at Ibrox against Aberdeen were obviously highly important as well. Did you always see Aberdeen as the closest rivals this year?
Yes, I think so. I think they were the next best pool of players next to us in Scotland, and I think that was right. And we knew if we could take 4 points off them at Ibrox and possibly get something up there, that would be a big dent in their championship aspirations.
Again, up goes Butcher, there's Gough, and a brilliant save from Watt. Undoubtedly the save the young Aberdeen keeper has been waiting for. Pressure mounting on the Aberdeen defence. The ball played in by John Brown. A delightful head flick on from Butcher. There was Gough to the far corner, and what a great save it was. Gary Stevens. Stuart Monroe. Brown has gone forward. That's a good cross. Up goes Johnston. Corner not too decisive with the clearance. Here's Walters. Testing and teasing the Aberdeen defence. 1-0 to Rangers. The keeper had no chance this time as Mark Walters opened the scoring. 14 minutes of the match left for play. A fine cross from John Brown. Came awkwardly away from Conor and from McLeish. But just look at the way Walters turns here. Makes space for himself for the shot away from Conor. And rifles the ball beyond Michael Watt to the far corner. Stevens steps in. Through the middle it goes for McCoist. The keeper has come to meet him. And a magnificent stop once again from Michael Watt. Congratulated by McCoist. Well, his judgment and his timing was brilliant here. McCoist nudging the ball beyond the keeper at full stretch. He palmed it down and then dived on the ball to save the day for Aberdeen. Here's Johnston. It's back with Vinicum. Helped on by Johnston. The chance for McCoist. That settles it. 2 minutes from the end. McCoist gets his 15th goal of the season and puts a more accurate reflection on the play this afternoon. Johnston back here to Vinicum. Vinicum sending over the cross. Johnston helped it on. It came off a defender's head. McCoist on his own, and Watt was helpless.
Rangers completed a north-east double with a 3-0 win over Dundee at Ibrox before taking on Dunfermline at East End Park.
Spackman winning vital ball for Rangers in midfield. Gary Stevens. Good ball by Nisbet, and Stevens through, and there it is! Rangers go ahead. Gary Stevens the scorer, but set up by Scott Nisbet. Scott Nisbet coming into the side, and what a beautiful pass. Stevens kept running and he drilled it through the keeper. Rangers ahead.
McCoist wins it from Neary. A rare error by David Neary. Rangers trying to make him suffer. And Mark Walters does it. 20 minutes of the first half gone. A nightmare here for David Neary, who gave that straight to Ali McCoist. The United defence was exposed, and there was Walter with that crisp finish, leaving Maine helpless. Mark Walters with his 10th goal of the season. There's Stevens. Gough is still available now in the right back position. Here's Walters. And Johnston. Oh, clumsy work there from Clark. The chance is on for McCoist. Created by Johnston, finished by McCoist, and yet another disaster in the United defence. Well, United look as though they have a death wish here. John Clark it is this time, who completely miscues that attempted clearance. Goes straight there across to Johnston, hooks the ball away from Malpass, and McCoist is there with a deadly finish. McCoist with goal number 17 for the season. Spikeman. Rangers in command. Walters now to Stevens. Boris Johnston with a great chance. To Rangers. 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Well, Rangers now in total command. And this was brilliantly set up again. Walters playing it wide to Gary Stevens. And look at the way the chance was created now. It was McCoist or Stephen who played it forward. There was Maurice Johnston. And Alan Main hadn't a hope. Preston will take it. Clark has joined Patalainen in the box. Up goes Clark. A brilliant header from John Clark. 2 minutes from half-time.
Motherwell had beaten the Ibrox men in their first encounter at Fir Park. For much of the match, the double seemed on.
Right away from the header, Butcher by Monroe. Cusack. Promising it must be, yes. There's Walters. To Johnston. To play back the way though. There's Monroe. Walters. Nicely out to Ferguson. Oh, that was a brilliant effort by McCoist. Go there, and that's it. Has it got over? No, the referee is waiting to play on. That's quite incredible. Well, I didn't think within 5 or so minutes we'd see an incident almost like that. It was controversial and brilliant effort by McCoist. Watch his scramble, no doubt about it there. It didn't go, but it seemed to spin back. The counter-attack, that's a great ball. On it. Feels for a penalty, the referee just waves that away. Cuts it back, it's a great save, Johnston. And it's gone the wrong way. It's Butcher. Walters. Boyd goes with him, keeping his eye on the ball. That's nice play. And Johnston is in. That's the equaliser that Rangers have fought valiantly for. With 15 minutes of the game remaining. Valiant effort here by Stevens. He got back to it again and watched Johnston put away in his inimitable style and thanking the man who crossed it over. And we should have an interesting end to this game now.
Against Hearts, Rangers struggled to turn chances into goals.
Opening the play out, Del Monroe. Using Walters as a decoy. Great ball there from McCoist. Headed away by McKinley. Here's John Brown. Trying to set up a shooting chance. Then it goes to Ian Ferguson.
In a frustrating 6-week spell,